successful personal growth and a genuine passion for uplifting others. Please join me in welcoming Balwinder Marwaha to the stage.
सबसे पहला वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। आवाज सुन रही है सर? ठीक है? It's not too loud? Okay. Alright. So, does everyone have a ping pong ball? It's important. We're going to need it. Okay? If you don't have one, just raise your hand and we'll bring one to you. Okay. Benji, there's a couple of people who don't have. So, in English, we say proximity. Proximity is an area. Our proximity, depending on where it is, can change the entire directive of our lives. If our proximity is to those who are high influence, high spirituality, we will have the mindset and become high influence, high spirituality. If our proximity is to those people who have a small mindset or are constantly complaining or negative people, our proximity becomes that. And in Gurdwara, proximity is referred to Sangha. Our Sangha will determine where we end up in life, who we become, how we perform. And today what we're going to learn about is how Sangha impacts us in faith and spirituality, in our physical health, in our career and finances, and our mental health and mindset. So, let's take a quick poll. Out of these four categories, faith and spirituality, career and finances, physical health, and mental health and mindset, which do you think your proximity or your Sangha is impacted the most? So, if you think it's in physical health, raise your hand. Few people. Okay. If you think it's in mental health or mindset, raise your hand. Okay. If you think it's in your career and finances, raise your hand. Okay. And if you think it's in faith and spirituality, raise your hand. Okay. You're all right. Doesn't matter where you raise your hand. Your proximity or your Sangha or who you surround yourself with will impact your entire life. So today I was teaching a class upstairs on the 5th floor, and one of the questions I was asked is, how do you know if I should invest into someone or not? It was a very simple answer. And I have a cup here, and I'm going to refer to this cup quite often. Think of yourself as a cup. We're a container. So there's two types of people in this world, or two types of situations in this world. One is something that fills your cup, increases its capacity. The other depletes your cup. What we want to do ultimately is fill our cup. However, what do we want to fill our cup with? Do we want to fill it with positive thoughts, positive energy, positive experiences? Or do we want to fill it with negativity, or trauma, or emotional baggage? And that choice is actually ours. And by the end of today, you'll know how quickly and how easily you can make that choice. But to start off with, we'll play a little game. Okay? Everyone has your ping pong ball? Okay, this is what we're going to do. Is when I say go, what am I going to say? Go. Okay, when I say go, everyone's going to throw their ping pong ball, and your goal is to get it in the cup. Anybody have any questions before we start? What if somebody knocks over the cup? That's okay. In life, you might get knocked over sometimes. Okay? I don't think anyone's going to throw a ping pong ball hard enough that the cup will fall over. However, what I will do is I will put my keys at the bottom of the cup to add some weight. There, it's a little bit more solid now. It shouldn't fall over. Any questions before we go? Is everyone ready with their ball? Yes? Okay, so what are we doing? Throwing our ball into the cup. Okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so clearly somebody can understand the instructions. When were we supposed to throw the ball? When we said go. People are still throwing balls. All right. So the idea was to throw the ball and get it in the cup. Very easy, right? Yes? Very easy? No? Why not? I just got it in the cup. It's pretty easy. Say that again? That's 1 in 100. Almost. There's almost 100 people here, and one person got it in the cup. Would you guys agree it was easy to get it in the cup? Or was it not easy? Well, why was it so easy for me? Because I'm closer to the cup. Oh, okay. Here, I have a question for everyone. How hard did you try to get the ball into the cup? Do you think you tried your best? Did everyone try their best? Or close to? Close to their best? Okay. So, here, I'm going to change the game a little bit. Okay? I'm going to ask you kids in the front, come help me get these balls, and let's get everyone the ball back. Okay? Quickly. Okay, does anyone need a ball? Does anyone not have one? Right here? Okay. I'm going to ask everyone a question. Out of 10, I want you to tell me how hard you tried to get your ball in the cup the first time. If you were less than 5 out of 10, raise your hand. You stood up. That was definitely more than a 5 out of 10. Okay, if you tried about 6 out of 10, raise your hand. Okay, what about 7 out of 10? 8 out of 10, you really tried. 8 out of 10, okay, and 9 out of 10? 9 out of 10. And anyone? 10 out of 10. Anyone put your entire effort into getting the ball in the cup? No. All right. So I'm going to give you some incentive, okay? Here's the deal. Inside this cup, what is this? 500 baht, okay? So, whoever can get their ball inside the cup gets 500 baht. Now, if more than one person gets their ball inside the cup, you will split the money. Okay? The rules are the same. You stay in your chair. When I say go, everyone throws their balls. Okay? Any questions? The rules are, you stay in your chair. When I say go, you throw the ball. Any other questions? You can stand up at your chair, not on your chair, at your chair. Okay?
Stop this kind.
Please do not ruin anyone else's chances. Let's be good sports. Question? You cannot move your chair. So there's a line on the floor, you cannot cross that line. Okay? Any other questions? Is everyone ready? Yes? When do you throw the ball? When I say go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, guys, no more balls. No more balls. Everyone, have a seat. Have a seat. Okay, if you haven't thrown your ball, please don't throw it yet. And this time, what was the difference? Raise of hands. Everyone. The suspense? Okay, the suspense. What else? You got closer. Okay. You tried harder. Why did you try harder? So you knew there was a reward involved. Okay. You're kind of on the table. So you had practice, you got better at it. Okay. What else? Richie. Man, what changed between the first time you threw and the second time? Consented. Okay. So, the first time you guys threw the ball, nobody knew there was 500 baht in this cup, correct? The second time you knew there was 500 baht in the cup. So, who tried 10 out of 10 on the second time? Who, like, I want that 500 baht. I'm going to try my absolute best. Yes? Okay, because you knew what was inside. Here's what I'm going to ask you. How many of you people here know what is inside the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji? Who knows what's inside the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji? Show me hands. Gurbani? Part? I'm not asking you to know it 100%. But everyone knows what's inside the Guru Granth Sahib Ji, right? So if you are all way back here, and you struggled to get your ball in the cup, yet I could get my ball in the cup very easily because I was very close to the cup. What should we be doing? How can we change that? You see, when we know that there's something powerful in the cup, or something that can change our life, we try so much harder. The reality is, how many people here have actually read from the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji? Not a lot, unfortunately. Not as many as it should be. Knowing that the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji is ultimately our goal. And all of the teachings we need in our entire life are inside the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. How many people would love to be standing here next to me so they could throw their ball in the cup? Who would like that? Make it easier, right? How much effort would it take to come stand next to me? Not much. It's the same effort that it takes to be close to the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. You see how proximity changes everything? When we're far away from something, we don't have access to it. Just by getting closer, we have access. And that changes everything. And the beautiful part is in our Gurdwara side, you can come and be close to the Guru Granth Sahib Ji anytime. You can be in Sangha anytime. And even more beautiful, there's over 100 Maharaj groups upstairs on the 6th floor. If you want to take one home, you're more than welcome. Being close and having access to the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji is the first step. Okay? Now, how does this translate into the rest of our life? Okay? So, we still have this 500 baht here. Okay? At some point, someone's taking this home. So we talked about faith and spirituality, power and proximity. When you are close to the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, when you are close to other Sangha, when you are close to Gurbani, can it impact your life? Yes? Everyone agree? If you're close to it, it can impact your life. If you're not close to it, will it do anything for you? No. How easy is it to get close to that? We have the internet. You ask some of the senior people here 20, 30, 40 years ago, if you wanted to listen to Kirtan, literally 20 साल 30 साल पहले जो गुरबानी कीर्तन सुनना सीखा कितना औखा सी टेप लो कैसेट लो तो प्लेयर चाहिए सीगा सारे को आजकल मोबाइल है 2 मिनट के अंदर अंदर उसी दरबार साहब दर्शन भी सुन सकते हो जेड़ा मर्जी शब्द गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जी को कट के सुन सकते हो यूट्यूब पर फिर भी इसे सुन लेंगे फिर भी सब मुश्किल लगती है and what I'm saying is you don't need to be listening 24 hours a day 7 days a week just a few concentrated minutes each day will change your life. That's it. So the power of proximity when it comes to faith and spirituality is simple. Just get closer. Now, let's talk about our physical health. I'll use myself. I go to the gym Monday to Friday. Okay, some days I miss, but Monday to Friday, pretty consistent. And who here doesn't go to the gym ever? Be honest. Who doesn't go to the gym? A few people. Okay. If you want to get healthy, do you want to hang out with me, who goes 5 days a week, or do you want to hang out with those people who don't go to the gym? Who do you want to be around? And who do I want to be around? People who are healthier than me, because they already have what I want. So when it comes to physical health, if you have one poor decision maker in your household, your entire family will suffer. Because all it takes is that one person to cook bad meals, to use too much oil in the food, to bring lots of sugar into the house. And then what happens? Who's suffering? The entire family. However, if we choose to be the one person who's making healthy choices, who says, sure, I love ice cream, but we'll just do it once every couple of weeks. Every day versus every couple of weeks, the decision is ours. Who makes that decision? That's where the power comes in. Who are you giving your power to? And I'm going to be brutally honest with you all. Maaf karna, but you look at our seniors, and you look at how many of those seniors can sit in Sangat, and how many of those seniors have to sit on chairs all. Now I'm not blaming them. What they did is they gave their power to the wrong person. And today you have the choice. Who do you want to give your power to? And it's very much okay to say, I'm keeping my power to myself. Because in Sikhi, that's a very important thing. Having your own strength, having your own power, makes you a better Sikh. Let's go back to our Guru's time. If our Guru said, कि मैंने फौज चाहिए, मैंने सेवादार चाहिए, who is he picking first? Who is our Guru Sahib picking first? The people who are healthy or unhealthy? Who's going to do seva for Guruji better? The healthy people or the unhealthy people? As our duty as Sikhs, it's our responsibility to maintain our health. That power is in your hands and only your hands. Until you give it to somebody else. We're very fortunate, we're very lucky in Thailand. Coming from Canada, if you want to have a Nabon or a maid who does everything for you, cooks your meals, minimum 75,000 baht a month. You're doing it here for a fraction. However, if that Nabon or maid, you're giving power to them, and they're cooking unhealthy food for you, you're now giving your entire life to them. This is where you get to make those decisions and decide, what are we doing? What's happening at our kitchen table? What is my routine like? Moving on, career and finances. Who here is in college or university? Anyone? Or thereabouts? High school? Studying? Is anyone here in college or university or high school senior years? College, university? University. What are you studying? Psychology. Amazing. I love psychology. I discovered it later on in my life. So, if you're studying psychology and you want to be a really good psychologist, who do you want to hang around? Other psychologists? Yes, absolutely. Now, let's say you hang around athletes. Is that going to help your psychology? No. Will it distract you maybe? Yes. If you want to be a really good psychologist, who might you learn from? Other psychologists who are successful or mediocre? Successful. When it comes to your career and finances, if you're not learning from the people who already have what you want, you're learning from the wrong people. And if you're listening to yourself, not the best choice. Because the reality is you don't have the knowledge to get to where you want. So when it comes to proximity, in career and finances, always ask yourself this one question. Who am I listening to? And why? Listening to the right people for the right reasons will dramatically change your life. And if we come from Gurdwara, who should we be listening to? In Gurdwara, what does it say? Who do we listen to? Who said that? The Singh Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Is there anyone else we should be listening to when it comes to Gurdwara? Maybe a Kathavachik, maybe the Ragi Jatha. But you'll notice there's two types of Kathavachiks or Jathas. There's ones that are always scaring you, or that are trying to prove themselves right. And then there's ones that genuinely want to give you the best advice. Which one do you think is going to have the greatest impact on your life? The one that's more concerned with proving themselves right, or the one that's genuinely, I don't care whether I'm right or not, Guru Granth Sahib Ji dekhiye. That's what matters. Who do you listen to and why? Your career and finances are heavily impacted by that. I've seen people who were extremely wealthy take advice from the wrong person and lose everything. Because that one person said, hey, ये बहुत चंगी investment है, कर लो. That person himself didn't even know anything about investing. Or how many times have you been told, नहीं, आप पढ़ाई कर, ये पढ़ाई तू करेगा ना, बहुत बढ़िया रहेगा. If you don't like that पढ़ाई, उसी बढ़िया नहीं रहना. Don't study because somebody told you to be a doctor. Study what's going to fuel your passion. The reality is being a doctor can make you wealthy. If you're miserable, your wealth is useless. And I know artists who make way more money than doctors. And I know doctors who are very miserable because they're our clients. Don't think that a specific career is going to buy your happiness. It will not. Dil ki gal suno aur Maharaj ki suno. That's it. Let's talk about mental health and mindset, and then we're going to wrap up. We'll have a question period, and then we'll wrap up. The most valuable thing in your life is what's here. When you have a very strong mindset, when you have good mental health, you can do anything and everything. If you do not have a good mindset, if your mental health is jeopardized, everything is gone. If you want to become healthy, what's the first thing we get to do? Is we make a decision with our mind. If we don't make that decision with our mind, we can't get any physical health. If we don't make the decision to come to the Gurdwara and listen to Kirtan, our faith and spirituality can't grow. If we don't make the choice to do the right things when it comes to education or finances, they will suffer. The most valuable thing you have in your life is your mindset. So how do we make our mental health and our mindset strong? By putting a goal in your head? Wow, how old are you? 8. It's probably one of the wisest things I've heard all day from an 8-year-old. What's your name? Navir. Everybody, round of applause to Navir. That's where it starts, is a goal or a purpose. Having a goal in your head. Coming from an 8-year-old. Amazing. What else can we do for our mental health and mindset? Anybody else? What's something we might do early in the morning? What's something we can do early in the morning? Japji Sahib. Yes. We can do Path. Gurbani. What if we can't actually read Japji Sahib? What can we do? We can listen to it. What else can we do for our mindset or mental health? Being consistent. Yes. What would we be consistent with? Our thoughts? Right? Consistent with our goals? Were you going to say something? Gratitude. What do we call gratitude in Punjabi? Shukrana. How easy is it to do Shukrana? Very. How easy is it to not do Shukrana? Very, just as easy. If we do Shukrana, you know what happens to our vibration? It increases substantially. In fact, gratitude, our vibration when we're in gratitude, is around 400 hertz. Okay? The human body can go between 0, dead, and about 950. Just by being in Shukrana. Simple things, it doesn't have to be. Maharaj, थोड़ा शुक्र है कि आज मुझे लंगर खाने का मौका मिले. Plus, immediately, and you raise your vibration and frequency. The more Shukrana or gratitude we do, the more our mind starts to search for it. Okay, what else can I be grateful for? What other good things are in my life? And then there's those people who are constantly complaining. What are they always looking for? The next thing to complain about. कि और किस चीज़ में लोग कर सकते हैं. Right? And if we're constantly complaining, what are we doing to our mindset? Is it filling our cup or emptying our cup? It's emptying our cup. Shukrana is what? Filling our cup. There's something I want everyone to know. Scientifically, Gurdwara, they all say the same thing. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be what? Transferred, change forms, right? What two types of energy is there in this world? Negative and positive. Negative will do what? Empty your cup. Positive will do what? Fill your cup. What we surround ourselves, our proximity, and the power it has on us is either going to fill our cup or deplete our cup. One of the things I often catch, and I probably made this mistake in my life as well. One of the things I see is a lot of the seniors in the Gurdwara lecture. And I ask them this question. I'm like, "Tusi जोड़न की कोशिश कर रहे हो या तुसी तोड़न की कोशिश कर रहे हो?" And their intention might be कि नहीं जोड़ना, संगत जोड़नी है. They're doing it the wrong way. They're doing it with negativity. गुरु महाराज आके कहते थे कि इतना प्यार दो कि वो आप पे चल के आए. That's positivity. Give love. Give positivity. Fill your own cup and you'll fill other people's cup. Your mental health and mindset are the most valuable thing and the easiest to change out of all of these, to be honest. Because it's a choice. And we can make that choice at any given time. We can choose to be negative. We can choose to be positive. If I have this ball and I let go of it, what's going to happen? It's going to fall. Naturally, what's going to cause it to fall? Gravity, right? Just like gravity, negativity will always overpower positivity. Always. If I let go, it drops. If we want the ball to go up, what do I have to do? What did that require? I had to pick it up. It took effort. If you want easy, just drop your ball. If you want to go up, you get to put in the effort. And the effort is as easy as you make it. If you say it's hard, I promise you it will be hard. If you say it's easy, it'll be easy. Whatever you make it, it becomes. Let's show hands. How many people agree it's hard to do Path in the morning? Who agrees with that statement? Anybody? A few people. Let's talk about this. What makes it hard to do Path in the morning? I'll ask you, what makes it hard? You're more tired. Okay. So we're more tired in the morning. Does everyone agree? Are you more tired in the morning? Okay. Personally, I'm more tired at night. So if we're more tired in the morning, what can we change? How much sleep we're getting. If we change our sleep, does it become easier to do Path? Now we have more energy in the morning. Why else might it be hard in the morning to do Path? You may not have time for school or work. Yes, true. What can we do to have more time? We can wake up earlier. Okay. Sometimes we have a late night. I know for me, sometimes it's 1 a.m. by the time I go to bed. Which means waking up earlier is a bit more difficult. So, do you think that if we couldn't wake up early, do you think Guru Maharaj is going to be mad at us if we listened to Japji Sahib today instead of sat down and did it from a gupta? Do you think Guruji will be mad with us? No, absolutely not. So if it's a matter of time, let's just listen. Whatever you say becomes true. If you believe that it's hard to do Path in the morning, you will automatically create situations that will make it hard. Okay? Does everyone here eat? Do we eat food? Does anyone here not eat food? Does anyone think it's hard to eat food? It's hard to eat food? Is it hard to make the food or eat the food? I didn't hear you. Okay, so sometimes it's difficult to eat the food. Usually that's because it's not ice cream or it doesn't taste good. You see, it's easy to eat food. However, the process of making the food and getting the groceries and all of that, it's an effort. So how quickly can we eat the food? Well, eating ideas and thoughts are just as easy. It's whatever you feed yourself. If you feed yourself good ideas, and you feed yourself good thoughts, they become very easy to eat. And if you feed yourself ideas that are hard, you'll still eat them. And the result will show up in your life. Because our mind doesn't know the difference. It's going to take you whatever you give it. Protect your mental health and your mindset like it's the only thing you have. Because there's two things in this world that you cannot change. How much time you have and what's going on in your mindset. If you give the power to somebody else. Time, it's ticking. I've been talking for almost 45 minutes. Our mindset, I can give you thoughts, I can give you ideas, but whose choice is it to implement those ideas and thoughts? Mine or yours? Yours. All right, let's wrap up. Any questions before this 500 baht disappears? Does anybody have any questions about anything we discussed today? Or even outside of that? Hanji Benji. How do you erase that? Great question. So we want to focus and we choose positive thinking. If a negative thought comes to mind, how do we change that? I want everyone to think about this for 1 second. You're sitting at home and you're sitting on your sofa or chair. Picture it. You're very upset and you're crying. Something hurt you, something bothered you, you're crying. And all of a sudden, somebody rings the doorbell. You don't know who it is. How quickly can you wipe your tears, put a smile on your face, and go and open the door? Very quickly, huh? So if we can do it there, we can do it whenever we want. We just think we can't. So the easiest way to shift is shift your energy to something else. I have a happy place. I'll encourage all of you to create a happy place. When something goes wrong or doesn't go well, in my mind, I go to my happy place. And I go to that place for like 10 seconds. And I have more than one happy place, to be honest. But my favorite happy place is the beach. And it's me in a lounger on the beach. I see one palm tree over here, and I see the beautiful waves crashing into the sand, the sound, the birds. Can you guys feel it? Does it feel good? Unless you don't like the beach. That's not your happy place. But how quickly were we able to go to the happy place? Even though it was my happy place, who here was able to picture the beach and the palm tree and the water? Who pictured that? Very easy, right? Just change the picture in your mind. Do you know that till date, humans are the only living species in the world that we know of who can imagine things? Use it to your advantage. Use your imagination to create positive results in your life. Go to your happy place. When that negative thought comes to your mind, just imagine something. You'll change your energy instantly. Great question. Any other questions? 500 baht? You don't want the 500 baht? No, why not? I want it, but I don't need it. Is that what you're thinking? Do you think there's somebody who needs 500 baht? Yeah? I bet you on your way out you might see a few people that are homeless. Imagine how much food or fruit you can buy from the market for those people. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If an opportunity ever comes to you, never say no. Ever. If you don't know what to do with that opportunity at the given time, figure it out. Don't turn away the opportunity. Because now you've given the power away. So I'm going to ask you one more time. Who wants 500 baht? Everyone? Right? Is there anyone who doesn't want the 500 baht? Over there. There's one person who's unsure. He's content with the ping pong ball. Give him a few more and he'll be happy. Right? Okay. So, let me ask you guys this. What would you do with the 500 baht? You would buy food. Okay. What else might you do with the 500 baht? Give 10% to charity. What do we call that? The Svan. Beautiful. What else might you do with the 500 baht? You'd invest it. Wow. So your finances. Okay. What else might you do? Donate it. Okay. So now we have a number of things we can do with the 500 baht. Is everybody convinced they want the 500 baht? Yes? Okay. So I'm still holding this 500 baht. Who would like it? Okay. Would you like it? Yeah? Give him a round of applause. Who's disappointed right now? Be honest. Who's disappointed? You see, it's one thing to think of all of this. We heard me talk for about 45 minutes. I think somebody's sleeping back there. I apologize. No, I'm just kidding. We can take this information and walk out the door and do nothing. Or we can take action. You took action, what happened? You got 500 baht. How many people here wish they took action? Be honest, who wishes they took action? Yeah. Now, again, you walk out that door, it's very easy to take the action, and it's very easy to just say, I wish I had done it. Or you'll watch other people do it. That choice is yours. I've done my best to give you the information. What you do with that now becomes your opportunity. It'll either give you the 500 baht, or it's going to empty your cup. Because I'll tell you this, when you have the knowledge and don't apply it, it's going to lead to stress and anxiety. It's going to lead to pressure. It's going to feel like I failed. Because you know and still didn't do it. The easiest thing you can do is ask yourself this one question. Where am I willing to start? And if that's a minute a day, or if that's half an hour a day, when it comes to these 4 areas of your life, ask that question, where am I willing to start? It might just be that I'm willing to sit into the Maharaj's Kitab. I'm not ready to open and read it yet. But I'll sit in Maharaj's Surup, I'll sit in the Tabya, I'll do Chor Sahib Seva. That's a great place to start. Okay? Where are you willing to do? You know, I still don't know how to read Punjabi yet, but I know the moon mantra the part, so I'll just follow along. Maybe I'll start to recognize the letters. I want to get healthier, but I don't know what to do. You know what? Tomorrow, I'm just going to go for a walk for 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be a big step. We get to take the step, just like he did. He took the step, and he got the result. Any last questions? How are we with the pizza? Is it here? Oh, the pizza is here. Okay. All right. We all agree it's easy to eat, except for one person. That's okay. With that, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa,